Hey guys, welcome to Ranger Wrap Up. And you know what time? Oh, that is me.
God.
I need a beer. Woo! So I muted it before.
Hey man, it's alright. We're getting into this.
Yeah. You guys, welcome to the Ranger Wrap Up. Welcome to TGIS with that hashtag show. I am Jezzer, your host, and with me is my other host, Daniel. Introduce yourself, Daniel.
Holla at your boy! It's me, the BSG. That's right, Battlestar Galactica, a.k.a. the Colossus of Clout, a.k.a. the purveyor of petty. I always have something to say because I am always ready.
Yeah, just follow him on Instagram, you'd know. You'd see it. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us on your Saturday. We love having you, and it's the Ranger Wrap Up, where we're going to talk about mainly the newest episode of Beast Morphers.
Oh,
how's your week going?
Boy, oh boy, the week's been good. This episode was a cherry on top.
Yeah?
No joke. Actually, yeah. I'm pretty good. Pretty good. This week was pretty fun, and boom, this was great.
How's this early airtime for the show going for you?
Not well at all, but helpful also because I'm not watching it at that time. I said that before. Doesn't mean I hate the show. Doesn't mean I'm not going to watch the show. Trust me, I'm going to watch it.
You just gotta wait.
I'll just wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean,
when I'm ready.
It was a great show. It's a good show. It's a decent show compared, dude. Ninja, like I know we have a few friends in Ninja Steel. But the show was just not a good show. It was not a good show.
Look, everyone can agree now Ninja Steel was not a good show. It's very funny that, when the season first started, of course, you have to, because you're in the Ranger community, you have to say, it's such a great episode! Everything is great!
And then your smile is just so
when
big.
When it ends, how everyone is all agreeing, like, oh man, Ninja Steel was horrible.
Yeah,
wait a minute, that's weird. You didn't say that at the beginning. It's kind of what they do now.
But this is... One cool thing about this show compared to the last season is the story is a lot more well-rounded. Yeah, and it's a lot more like everything's kind of working together.
Yes.
They're working.
Hasbro.
You've been watching all of the Go Buster episodes, right?
Mm-hmm. I try to watch the one that runs congruently with this episode. For example, this is episode 2 for us. It's episode 5. For Go Buster.
How much stock footage did they have on this one?
Not too much at all, man, dude. It was pretty much just the Zord parts.
Just the Zord parts.
And not all of them. Like, just some. Very few.
Want to read that one? We got a super chat. Larry Newbell, friend of the show.
Also, a.k.a. the General of Battlestar Galactica. Nice. That's true.
Yeah,
well,
he's one of the...
I got to take that down as far as being a general because of the Galactic Squad.
Yeah.
You are the general. You're the general of the Cookie Face Army.
I'm the only member, I guess.
No.
And we got another super chat from the Red Blue Blur. He says, all right, boys. I was liking this week's episode. I like the team. I love they stop commentary during the fights, and I love the flaws. Of course, I'd kept chickens.
Oh, because the Red Go Buster has a problem. Instead of being afraid of dogs, he was afraid of chickens on Go Buster. So on this one, he's afraid of dogs. Which, yes, I get it. Feline DNA, so that's what they're running with. Feline, naturally, they say they're afraid of dogs, but a cheetah is not afraid of a dog. Cheetah is not even afraid of a hyena. But fine. Yeah. Let it run. We get it. It is a kid show. You have to make it and let it connect.
That's probably the only thing that kind of like...
Because I was watching it with my daughter, and I was like, oh, that's stupid. And she was like, no, I get it. It's a kid show. First thing out of her mouth. No, I get it. It's a kid show. And I was like, okay, I got to calm down.
The funny thing is when they had... what's her name? Yellow? Is it Zoe? Zoe, and they had Ravi in the tables, and he's trying to figure out what's going on with them, and he gives her a carrot, and then she's totally fine. It's like... Oh, okay.
Well, she's a rabbit.
Okay.
A jackrabbit. Jackrabbits don't eat carrots, actually. Funny enough, they don't eat root vegetables. So that's really interesting.
Well, not a lot of kids.
But I was like, meh, that's interesting. So I was like, okay, fine. It still works. The only reason we have the whole thing with when it comes to carrots and rabbits is because of Bugs Bunny. Yeah. And
I still really like his character. And
Nate is great.
Nate is
Let
fun.
it run. Nate is great. That's something we need to make sure.
And same with the little fun-sized Ming-Na, her brother, Ben.
Oh, Betty and Ben. Okay, I love them so much more.
Really?
I'm sorry, than what we had in Ninja Steel.
Oh yeah, okay.
I love them so much more. They
didn't have theme music this time.
No. And I think what they're trying to do is, once again, like we said, separate it and give them their own. Yeah. They had to introduce us and make us familiar with it and say, these are your comedy duo. This is your comedy duo. I love the electric shock that kept happening throughout the episode for them.
Yeah.
And I need to see her as a ranger as soon as possible. I need to see her as a ranger. I love her.
I mean, so we already know that Gold will be Nate.
Yes.
Yep. And I think we saw some clips of Silver as a robot, but we never know.
Do you think we're gonna get the Toad, the green one?
Maybe.
Even though it was only in the movie and on one episode in the show, I think they can still be like, well, we got.
Well, they fast track Darkbuster.
Heck yeah! So I'm saying they can do anything they want, and they have a suit. Boom, make it a thing.
While we were talking about that, we got another super chat. Nathan Arredondo says, "What did y'all think of Commander Shaw's sick burn on Ravi about the laundry?"
Oh, dude,
that is just
she was like, "Call me a weeping willow, because I'm just casting shade." That's all she was doing. He was like, "Oh wow, big deal, laundry." What
Does it make you fall in love with her more?
I already I got my hair cut straight just in case she happens to watch the show today. Got the beard all taken care of. I'm black, bald, and bearded.
That's just a mom being a mom. That's just a mom being a mom.
No, look,
she's trying to ground her son because he's kind of being an asshole about it.
She can ground me anytime. Tell me what's wrong. I'll fix myself. I don't care. I will be what you need me to be.
Yeah, but I do like that. Everybody wanted to step up. I mean, apart from Devin, everybody wanted to step up to kind of become the leader. It just shows. I know it shows like a little bit of them being a little bit cocky, but it also shows them wanting to take that role on.
So for you, what are your high spots for this episode?
High spots for the episode?
They could be cool moments. They could be things where it's like, oh my god, that's a callback to this. Like anything. What are your high spots?
I like that we have human villains. I really like that we have human villains.
Yes.
Like someone that you could actually not identify with, but identify with, and versus you just seeing like a suit actor the whole time.
That's very true.
And
very true.
I mean, like when they announced these two characters, like no one knew. So how are they going to use them? There's only five Rangers. How are they going to use them? This is a very interesting way to use them.
It's really good. It's unfortunate that we didn't get as much Roxy as we thought we were probably going to get on this episode.
It's only the second episode.
We only got, I know. But we were just like, yes, but we knew that he was going to have a confrontation before she even got there. We knew that. We knew about what was coming up on this episode.
Yeah.
So it was like, but I was happy to see that we even did see her in the episode.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to, do a little more.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I am slowly but surely loving Blaze.
Really?
Slowly but surely, man, dude. Punchable face and all.
I kind of want him to be a little bit more over the top.
Really?
More over the top villain.
No. Because, you say that now, but then you would be the same person that complains later when he is going over the top. Like, for instance, on this episode...
There's a balance,
on this episode, when he did that scream about, and meet my Trix! He did this weird yell, and I was like, that's over the top. I know if he did that for every episode, you'd be like, why is this guy on? You would hate him. So
we have another super chat. Red Blue Blur says, I like Devin versus Blaze storyline building up. Yes, I think... it's going to be... So they're going to have Devin and Blaze. Yeah. They're going to keep going at each other. And then you're going to have... Ravi and Roxy kind of have a little thing. Kind of like Astronema did with Zane in Power Rangers in Space.
Oh,
it's forbidden love, and he's going to be kind of always... thinking that there's a part of her is in that Roxy.
In that Roxy. Okay, yeah. I mean, I get that, and that's true, and I'm hoping that's going to happen. In fact, that's one of my predictions. I think that it's going to be Ravi versus Roxy, but let's go to that super chat first.
Super chat from our friend Toku Kid. He says, "Do Roxy and Blaze matter since it's not really them?" That's what we talked about last week in the first episode. I kind of wish that instead of an evil clone, that it was them just a little corrupted by the virus. That way, really the conflict between the Rangers and them would be a little bit harder to handle because they don't want to hurt their friends.
See, but I still think that's going to be an issue, and that's why they're holding out on bringing Roxy in, because we're going to get to that point where the first time Roxy shows up, and he's like, oh man, just the voice alone, it's going to be like
a
kind of pullback. And then they'll have a probably internal struggle with that. He'll probably get over it. But I think that EVOX is smart enough to use the likeness, the voice, and everything against Ravi in some way.
Yeah.
And she's going to probably tell Ravi a lie and be like, Ravi, you know, if you do kill me, your theory's wrong and blah, blah, blah. And they'll work with that. I think that's going to be something that probably goes throughout the season.
Another thing we did get were the Beast Bots. What do you think about them?
I have notes.
You have notes? What do you got?
For my Beast Bots. I was worried that they were going to be like very robotic with the voices and like very, you know, staccato. Hello, how are you?
Even before they started, I was kind of like, okay, what's the Jackrabbit going to sound like?
I was like, oh,
and I was thrown off totally.
I was, and I am. It's a welcome throw off as far as the rabbit with Jax goes.
In GoBusters, the rabbit, what does he sound like?
He sounds just like a regular person. Actually, all the robots. That's one thing I did notice. They sound like just regular people. They didn't do the whole or whatever. No, they were just talking regular. This was great because I finally got my my Pikachu. My Danny DeVito Pikachu, essentially. It's a gruff New York guy, short, blah, 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 yada, yada. Hey, how you doing?
Don't touch me.
And that's interesting because it's almost like a reverse mirror, reverse mirror kind of thing of who they're connected to. For example, there goes Cruz. Cruz is forgetful. And also, the great thing about Cruz, we all know, it's Kelson. And
Boom is back.
Yes, Boom is back. Mick is back. It's great because...
Someone agreed with you. Says Blackwing says, I love Beastbots. Jax is like robotic Danny DeVito.
Exactly. That's exactly what he is. He's like robotic Danny DeVito.
He's like, we go to the voice actor. Hey, so what we're looking for is, you know...
He was like, what is this? Is this that Pikachu? I've always wanted to get ready for this. Detective Pikachu. Like, he does a whole...
How about this guy? How about Smash?
I love this because he's a big softie.
Yeah.
He's a soft giant or whatever they call it, that kind of thing. Gentle giant. There you go. He's a gentle giant, and it's great because Ravi is one that's like no go on PDA, no go on showing any level of a connection. With you. So like, I love it.
Going into Power Morphicon 2020.
They better be there.
We better have some cosplayers making these.
They better be there, guys.
Dude, that was so fun.
The truth of the matter is, I'm looking at you. Hey, cosplay never stops, so don't stop right now. Make sure that gets.
Let me run it by my buddy. Maybe I'll do Smash. My buddy will be Cruz because he's a lot skinnier than me, and then we'll make like a robotic Jack. Yeah.
Dang! If you do,
that would be dope.
It'll be one of the dopest things.
I mean, by 2020, we're still going to be in the season, right?
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, it'll be one of the dopest things ever. So, one of my big highlights, I gotta say immediately. Well, actually, no, not even my highlights. I want to know what you thought of the Beast Bots. Like
the Beast Bots?
Yeah,
dude, I thought they were fun. The weird thing to me is like they're consoles for when they're driving their Zords. So you're seeing Jax smash his head just like right there. He's like, so just imagine like I'm driving, I'm moving your head, or like Jack is just like, I'm just moving your.
Oh, it's okay, just move.
So that was a little weird, but I mean that is from the original source material, so. I mean, it's fine. I'll probably get over it, but it's just gonna be weird. Like, I'm controlling the Zord, but I'm looking straight at you this whole time.
Like,
it's not awkward at all.
Everything's fine.
Let's go kill this monster. I can't see anything. I'm looking straight
no problem. Go ahead. And you're like, yeah, this is weird.
Well, I mean, other than that, I mean, the Zord.
It's weird because looking right at you, like, press the numbers on my forehead. No, I'm good. We're not gonna do anything today.
But I mean, other than that, the Zord battle thing, him riding on the bike and then getting engulfed into the little car.
That was so cool. I loved it. Even though it was like, ooh, horrible, crappy CG. People hate it. I do too, but you have to learn to accept it. It's what's going to be on the show. Either you watch it, you know.
It's not that bad.
I like it. It just drops open. He just rolls back in. I'm like, oh, this is so slick. And then he gets, oh, God.
Honestly, I can't wait for the release of the Hasbro toys. It's going to be exciting. Like the Zords. And there's like two different lines, so... I don't know.
That's true.
I am gonna spring for the more expensive one if we can get like more transformations and transform into the big.
I hope so. Now, one of the cool moments for me, I know that a lot of people were not too happy about it, was the morph. The whole the whirlwind circling around them, the little head. I like this morph, even though it's more of what they call an instamorph. I like it.
Oh, so you want the one where like they cut back to a green screen? And,
no. I want that instant. I want that instamorph. Other people are asking for to do away with the instamorph and give us the whole cut screen. Blah, blah, blah. No, let's move on. I think it's great that way because it moves for the action.
Honestly, like it gives you a little bit more time for more storytelling,
Heck yeah.
more action scenes.
Shorter time sequence, same thing.
Honestly, I don't really have a problem with it. I actually really like we got. I know we were complaining about Ravi last week.
Yeah.
But he's kind of warming up and kind of like it was his first episode, so maybe like he's never acted before. He didn't, you know.
True.
He's just getting used to it. You know,
True.
after this. maybe after a few more episodes, he's like, oh, okay, I kind of get how to portray this character.
Yeah, he'll understand this character more. Now we did get a super chat.
Super chat! Red Blue Blur says there's a good balance between Sentai and original. I really, you know what?
Yeah.
Next week, I'm going to watch maybe 15 episodes of Go Busters, just so I can get a feel for how this season is going. I do like their blasters.
Oh man,
the DSLRs. That's pretty. funny.
Yeah, right. That's really interesting. So I'm trying to figure out why.
Because I think in the Go Busters it was like surveillance stuff.
Yeah, see, that was the thing. There were more cops and blah, blah, etc. I thought they would have tried to use something else, but they were like, nope, we're going to stick with it. Mm-hmm. But in Go Busters also, the yellow Zoe's supposed to have 2 blasters at one point. Like, she comes out like, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be dope.
And I do like their little bracelets where it's actually...
what
it is, it's a transport. It's like a receiver transporter, so that's how they get the Morphers.
I love it.
It's not like they always carry the Morphers on them at all times now.
Nope. But, you know, one thing that, if we're going into just each one, so let's go into those weaknesses.
Okay.
Because, so we have her, which she gets, we get Zoe, who she tires herself out,
it seems like she runs out of energy. It's kind of like the Flash early on when he, you know...
yeah, that's right. Yeah. And he needs sort of metabolism.
It's like she has like a sugar problem.
Right, and I like that. I like that because, okay, the Jackrabbit is kind of quick. It's kind of moving.
Look how angry Nate looks as he's giving her the carrot. Take the carrot!
You take it! No, it just...
No, you know what it is? He's mad. He's mad because this is actually my lunch. And I have to give it to you. I'm hungry. All I have is salad. That's it.
That's all I have. You know what's gonna happen now? The sweet carrot is no longer mine. Enjoy it. But no, so she has that, and that's her way to fix it. My thing is,
how half-assed his was.
Ravi is just like, well, okay, no. It's because he's a gorilla, and I guess there's like, well, with the gorillas, it's that not testosterone, but he's excited.
Primal mode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he gets that primal rage, and when he gets the primal rage, unfortunately, everyone is an enemy. Everyone, and that was the part where I was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" When he just turns around, "Oh yeah, what about you?" Just shooting at her.
But doesn't it seem like Zoe's the only one that kind of had a good fix, like a solution?
Yes. Well, they gave nothing to him. They were like, "Here's some ice packs."
It's like you know what? Just don't get mad.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't get mad. Here's some ice packs. Hopefully, even though you getting mad can definitely help everyone, don't do it ever.
Or you gonna get banana?
No. I thought bananas. I was like, no, but he's a gorilla. I think they're gonna run away from the banana.
And then with Devin and his fear of dogs, like he was just pushed out of the way. It's like you're looking at this. No, don't look there. Don't look there.
Okay, great. No, I'm back to normal.
Going forward, even when they're walking around in civilian, and then you just see a dog, he's just like.
No, I think it's only gonna be when he is turned into that, because it's that whole DNA splicing thing. But if it happens in everyday life, that's the worst part of his life. Because that part where he did see the dog, he's like, "Oh hey, doggy." I was like, no, it's gonna be weird explaining it in public. What's wrong with him? He has a horrible phobia of dogs, and they're just like, really? Because he owns a dog. It's just the worst thing when he gets home.
What did you think about Betty and Betty's role in all this? Because they were on the field,
dude. Yeah, they were.
They're on the field.
And their outfits were different. They were wearing the laundry ones, which I didn't know why. But I gotta say, once again, seeing her and out there really going for it, like they were like, F it, we'll go and we'll take him on and everything like that. I was like, Ranger material. This is very quote-unquote Rangerly, as George Jr. says. He's a YouTuber. He says it all the time. It's very Rangerly. And I think it is. It's something that, like, it just makes sense. It's sacrificing myself for the greater good. And that's what they have. I love them as a comedic duo. They're one of the best things on the show, which originally I thought I'd hate.
Yeah. So, it's very interesting to see where they're gonna go with them. And then they were saying, when they're like, "Oh, I thought you guys were security guards." Oh, they're where we need them to be.
Exactly.
So it gives them a little bit more freedom, and they're in the commander's view, so the commander knows who they are, and she values their roles within the organization, which is cool. We got a super chat from Mr. Ray. He says, I actually like the flaws. It's like they have a computer virus in them. I hope Ravi's flaw comes into play with Roxy. Interesting.
Speaking about that, he's got a point.
We got.
I have a speculation about that.
What's that?
Well, the whole thing with them having like residual, yellow and blue both having residual, kind of EVOX virus left in them. I think somehow that will come out to play, and EVOX may at some point try to look to turn those two, and maybe slightly successful in turning them into avatars.
Wait, yellow and blue?
Yeah, there was something that they said during the episode, how they were like, oh, they have EVOX
when they're on the table.
Yeah, when they're on the table, he said it.
Yeah,
they have residual EVOX
like some way. It's like a backdoor into.
That's what I'm thinking. That's the whole thing, and that's the best way to say it too. When you're thinking about hackers, they're like, oh, okay, where's the backdoor too? That's exactly it.
I can't wait to. What did you think of EVOX? What do you think about his character? Do you like EVOX? Do you like the transparent little cobra thing, or do you think they need like a physical representation?
Well, no, I mean, it's a virus, and the virus has no shape, no form, or anything like that. So it chooses an avatar, and it thinks that is a good one. I like that. I enjoy it. It's just the way he sees himself. He'll probably be able to change anything he wants. Yeah. I think he's gangster AF. Because he showed up and he was like, Scrumsel was like, I'm in charge. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Whatever you say. Like, I was like, yeah, that was how it works. I love that.
I do like they have the bad guys have a main goal is to collect as much of this material to get EVOX.
Possible.
Yeah, to get EVOX on the other side.
To bring him back. Yeah. And that was a line that was interesting to me because Scrumsel said it. Well, yeah, to go ahead and bring you back. Yeah. So the thing is, he's been somewhere before. I thought he was just a manufactured virus. And then it came to the question of who created him.
Yeah.
Because he's a virus, which means there has to be some level of creation. I wonder if it's Scrumsel's enemy, that, what is it, Flargoyle?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to be it. I don't know. And Scrumsel actually is an original.
No, it's totally going to be him.
They said Scrumsel. It's going to be. Scrumsel is a
original for the America.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's not in the Go Busters at all.
I mean, yeah, and that goes back to what we were talking about before with the suits from how many years ago. Yeah. They have to make something new. So props to them for like creating things. Maybe you know what? Actually, maybe. Sometimes what they do is, like, if they don't have enough suits or they're looking for something, they'll pull from another season.
Well, and they gave them an excuse to do that for this show. Because he says, like, oh, yeah, things from the junkyard. Yeah, That's what he keeps saying. Yeah. So everything he'll do, we may see where it's like, it's a repainted Goldar. I made that from the scrapyard. Yeah. Like, you're just like, okay. I
really like Dark Buster's suit, though. He's just, because it looks exactly like the Go Buster suit, but he's just, I love Evil Rangers.
Yes, man. It's like I love Evil Rangers more than I love the Six Ranger. I do. That's my thing. Yeah. And so Evil Rangers are always great to me, and that's why I said more and more. Blaze is just one of the dopest things here for me. I like it. He's getting better and better. Go ahead and be a bad guy. I like how he kind of taunted Devin with the whole thing, like you said, the whole rivalry. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, you ready for another lesson?"
Did you see the whole plot or the little storyline with Devin kind of raising up to be the leader? Was that a little predictable for you?
It was, but we knew it was going to have to happen. So it was something like, I appreciate that they even went through the trouble of doing it by showing how faulty Ravi and Zoe were.
Faulty.
That's their
I want to say like ambitious, maybe, or
see, that's the thing, and that's why they had that little backdoor moral where it was like, when you go out in the field, you're out in the field as a team. You're not there, and you're not supposed to bring your personal situations there. I love that whole part. All about teamwork.
I kind of wish that. Does there have to be a leader? You think?
Well, you know what? Yes, I think when it comes to battle, you do want someone that is qualified to be able to call the shots and figure out what your best points are and where they can be focused versus you running on your own, someone else running on their own. It's not good.
And I think what makes Devin a better leader than Ravi or Zoe is that he came from outside of the organization, so he sees things a little differently than they do because he doesn't have that experience. Look how excited he was for that training simulator that Nate made. He was super excited about that. Yeah.
He was. He just
loves this whole situation. Like, he finally found something for himself, something that he can be proud of, something that, you know, because, I mean, before this, what was he lined up to do? Carpet cleaning or something?
Oh, yeah. So you're thinking to yourself, well, okay, there's carpet cleaning or there's being a ranger.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd rather be a ranger. I get to work like for the military. I mean, you know, I get, 3 square meals, 3 square and blah, 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 yada, yada. That's perfect.
What do you think? What do you think about the actors so far? Do you think they have charisma and
I love Devin. I said that from the beginning. Love everything about that guy. His smile, his smirk, his charisma, his movement, everything. I'm just like, I'm on. That guy, I stan you. I stan him. I love Zoe. And then last but not least is Ravi, and he's growing. He's not like amazing, but he is growing. We got to see where he builds, because if not, he's still going to be what I consider the weakest actor on the show.
Me and producer Nagami were talking about this last week, how, like, just the announcement photos, he did not look like happy.
He didn't know. That's the thing. And I'm just like, so I don't know if that's just how he lays his resting face. You know, people are like, oh yeah, resting lake face. Yeah, you know, he just like resting. I don't know. I don't care. Life is okay. It is what it is. Like, you know, that's how he seems.
Yeah.
Very laissez-faire. So if that's how he is and that's who he is, fine. But when you act, look at that. Look at that picture. Okay. All right, everybody, we're gonna take a picture. Get ready and smile, everyone. You're a ranger. He's like. They're like, no, we're going to call you by your character name.
Smile.
Ravi, smile. And he's like, I am smiling. You're like, all right, well, okay, that's good.
He's
Let's
like,
take a picture.
well, when I have the helmet on, I don't have to smile. So
I don't have to smile, so I'm just trying to get in the character. You're like, no, it's the wrong time. Wait, that's...
Actually, this fake faux leather suit is super uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and I kind of want to get out of it right now.
Hey, maybe that's it. But I don't know. I mean, Maverick was there, and she said all of them were very nice. So it's not like he's a mean guy.
Yeah.
Just,
It's just probably his personality.
He's not a smiler.
We got a super chat from Red Blue Blur. He says, I'm glad that they can wear different clothes.
Thank God. Yes. I agree. They still go for the color ethic, though.
Yeah.
But, definitely it's great that they can wear different clothes and not always have to be in the suits all day.
Yeah.
But still, like I said, Ravi's at the lower end of the list for those 3. And then Blaze, love the guy. Roxy, definitely. I need more from Roxy.
Yeah.
I can't see. Joe was here last week. Oh, I love her. She did nothing last week, man. Okay? I don't know what Joe was talking about. That's why he's not here.
No, his argument is, oh, she did more with less. She did more with less. It's like pound for pound.
Yeah, she did more with less. I understand that, and I get it where Joe's coming from the actor standpoint, but I'm like, I just need her to do more.
Let me stop you for a second. We have another super chat from our buddy Matthew Thompson, and he says, resting meh face.
Resting meh face. Yeah, that's it. It's exactly what he has. Look at him. He's meh. It's all right. You're like, no, I need you to be excited. I am.
Yeah, I really like the characters. Everybody, has a little quirks or little things that, it's hit or miss, but I really like the cast that they have. Oh. I know they look a little younger for like an organization, but that was explained. And I do like Benny and Betty. Nate, I feel like he's gonna have a huge role in this. Commander's cool. The mayor, we need to see a little bit more of the mayor.
Yeah, do we?
Yeah, I feel like he has a dark history. Like,
my God, I hear people with that theory that he's the one that created EVOX.
Maybe.
I don't know. And then it was all a threat instead of a warning.
Because when he started talking, he knew a lot.
A little bit too much. So it is a question of weighing.
Kind of like
you know too much.
Kind of like who's a villain in Dino. Was it Dino Thunder? Dino Thunder.
Shoot.
The White Ranger's dad. I feel like that's where we're gonna go with that, and I'm totally fine with it.
I don't think they will. I think
you don't think so.
He's just kind of like I wouldn't say the doting father, but he's just kind of like the mayor. And I try to be a cooler mayor, but I don't really think we'll see too much of him except for when we need to have him interact with his son and probably cause some political trouble with the company. That's all.
It's fine.
I hope not. I'm tired of seeing that whole father thing, and we have too many daddy issues.
Mezagog.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, you guys. It's been so long. Like, honestly,
it's been a while. It's been a while.
After watching the season, I'll watch it maybe once, go back to it a few times for like crossover episodes, but I won't.
Well, dude, you have to understand how much we cram for everything we do. It's like we watch a show. We
I mean, you guys are eventually gonna get to it on retro, right?
Oh, well, yeah, we'll eventually
in
get
like
to it.
what 2032 or something, maybe.
And then when we get to it, we'll talk about it then, and then you guys will be like, "Oh, they were right." It'll be fun.
We got another super chat. Nathan Arredondo says Betty and Ben did save Devin. Gotta give them props.
Heck yeah, we do.
It's you're utilizing the actors that you brought on, and you got to just really find a role for them.
Yeah.
We got another super chat. Drew says, "Do you have any Galacta rants for this episode?"
Oh, a Galacta rant for this episode? I don't, because this episode was really good.
Yeah.
I guess my only Galacta rant was against Joe, which was just like, "Shut up, Joe! You're wrong about Roxy. We don't know enough because we haven't."
What's
seen
a timestamp on there so that I can cut it and we send it to Joe?
Hey, you watch yourself. They cut it. They CSI'd me, Joe. That's CGI. Yeah, that's what I said. No.
Yeah. There wasn't much other than the. I know it's part of the plot. The whole weaknesses thing.
Yeah, the weaknesses wasn't a great thing. My only problem with the weaknesses was like, here's some ice packs. You'll be great. Just
don't get mad. Just don't get mad.
At that point, I would have been like, eat a banana. Just give him the banana.
I did think he was gonna pull a banana out from somewhere. It's like, and he's gonna give the monkey a banana.
Yeah, right. I was like, is that, or he is? I don't know. He's like, here, eat this lavender or whatever. It's supposed to calm you down, or I don't know.
Are they okay? One thing, these little beds that they're on, are those the same beds that they had in that 25th anniversary episode where they're brainwashing the original Rangers?
It could be, and if so, bravo, because they retrofitted it and changed it up a lot.
It might be. We have to go back and check that out.
If it is, bravo on you, and if
honestly, it would be a waste if they didn't do. If they made all those, it'd be a waste to not use them again. But usually you'd wait a few seasons until reusing old stuff. But
that's true. Yeah,
I don't know how big their storage warehouse is in New Zealand.
My God, you have to imagine how much stuff they have too, and then when they go ahead and acquire a season, they get everything from it too. That warehouse has to be full.
That is one thing that I would be super, super interested in seeing, like behind the scenes, as far as like taking the original Super Sentai, collecting all of the assets, all of the production stuff, and then where do they keep it? Somewhere in Japan, and then they just get a call from Saban. It's like, hey, we're gonna be doing Go Busters. Can you send that crate over to New Zealand?
Maybe.
How does that work? How does that work?
Joe says it in a different voice. I'm not gonna do it. But no, I mean that's probably it.
Yeah.
I wonder. I want to see that process. Like you said, that would be a dope behind the scenes whole documentary thing.
Yeah.
Of seeing like when they say, all right, this is the season we're doing. From that moment, that's when you get to stay with the production team and record everything.
Okay.
Like they're writing, they're shooting, they're this, they're that. I would love that.
All right, so I mean we're nearing the end of this review. What would you give this a rating out of 5?
If I had to give this episode rating out of 5, I do have to think about it. I do want to know what you guys think as far as what your score is out of 5. 5 being the highest. Let us know exactly what you guys do think. For mine, that's a tough one. I still need time to think, so what I'm going to do is probably tell you what other speculations I think I do have. What other things I would love to still see. Honestly, I told you about the EVOX plan. I'm also interested to find out what, who created EVOX? Why is he banished? Or why is he, set away? I do want to know, will we get that information? Because this episode was called EVOX Revenge. We didn't really focus too much on EVOX.
We didn't get his motivations behind it.
We didn't. But he just says, "Oh, I just want to do," and it's like, "Oh, that's kind of."
Well, he wants to get back to where he was. Well, we got. Whoa, sorry.
Oh boy! Hey.
Yeah, we got a few different ones. We had a super chat.
There we go.
Red Blue Blur says thoughts about the future release of 5-Man. So, Shout Factory is releasing a Preview Ranger.
That's right.
DVD set for 5-Man. I'm excited. I do want to see the Preview Ranger stuff because just in comparison to what they've been releasing with Shout Factory with their Super Sentai stuff. Shout out to Shout Factory.
Okay, all right.
Shout out to Shout Factory for doing that, giving us a format or a place for us to watch the old the Super Sentai counterpart.
Well, exactly, which is great because the thing is, it's helping a lot of us be reintroduced to it. Because some of us, unfortunately, like myself, never had the honor of seeing it then.
No, exactly.
So it's like now, it's like, what is this? More new stuff?
Yeah.
And it's good, and the storytelling was great.
Yeah. So let's go to the scores. So let's see. Let's go to the top. All right. So Thomas. Oh wait, here we go. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Red Blue Blur gives it 2.999 out of 3. Flash 4 out of 5.
The game's 10 above that.
The games 4 out of 5. From me just because of the Cheetah Beast Blaster. I think that's original. OG stuff from Saban.
Okay, not bad.
Anna gives it a 5 out of 5. Jared 5 out of 5.
Right.
Thomas Franco 4.5. Ian Odom 5. Flash 4. Cat Yellow Ranger gives it 3.5 out of 5. Nathan 4.5. Flash 4 out of 5. Is he? I feel like some people are doing it a few times. Blackwing 4 out of 5.
Well, they're doing it a few times. I already lost interest. So, what do you think?
I'll give it a 4. It was a fun episode. Just a little.
What did it need to get to a 5? That's what I always want to know. When I hear a score, I want to know what did it need to be perfect.
It's honestly something that they probably wouldn't fix because they want to aim it towards the younger audience.
Which is
just the weaknesses thing, and the explanation is kind of just like a
one of the more thought out.
Yeah, but that's just timing. It's just how much time they had, and it's kids' episode. So.
Okay, all right. Well,
but other than that, it's fine. It's a fine episode.
I think it was a good episode. In fact, honestly, I think it was probably better than last week's episode. Even though last week's was very full of exposition, setup, and everything like that. This episode, we got action, and we got a little bit of story, and the Zords were palatable for me.
Nice.
I didn't hate the Zords, which usually I do. So, this episode gets a 4.5 for me, which means a 4.
Yeah, well, you guys...
did you guys watch the Legacy War trailer?
Legacy War trailer.
Oh, the Legacy War trailer, which is supposed to be, what's his name? Draken.
Oh, let's see what it is. Oh my gosh. Zordon looks dope.
Yeah.
I like how they got a little more neck for Zordon. A little more neck,
it's
a little more neck for Zordon.
I can see a little bit more of a face.
So this game's supposed to be coming out this spring, right?
Yeah, man. This came out last week.
You guys were talking about over on at the stream that we did at Scum and Villainy last week of doing kind of like a March Madness version.
Yes.
But the thing with that, if the game comes out in the spring, in April, then how are we going to do this?
No, we're just calling it March Madness as far as doing it with a tournament and having brackets.
Oh, yeah.
That's why. Because, I understand he did say let's do it around March Madness, but since it's coming out around April, that's not going to
Are you excited about this game?
I am, honestly. We had an episode where we did talk about it. We said a savage look at Battle for the Grid, and the truth is, it just looks like a high-def version of what I already had on my phone.
How much would you pay for it? What?
$19.99.
$19.99? That's the most you pay for it.
Because, once again, I pretty much already have it on my phone.
Yeah.
So you're just getting a higher value of it.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and I'll pay the higher amount for what it is from free. $19.99.
Thomas Franco says, Jezzer, will you guys go to PMC Express? To be determined. We don't know yet.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe just Joe. We sent Justin out to
Texas,
South by Southwest. That's why he won't be here today, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well,
I think we're good, man. I think we covered everything. We went over as much as we can within the Ranger Nation world, and I think we're good.
Yeah. So you guys, thank you so much for joining. Stick around. We will be doing Henshin Hangout next. We'll be talking about the third part of the 4-part episode of Strongest Super Sentai Strongest Battle.
Right.
And so that's pretty interesting. And then we got a new episode of Kamen Rider Zeo where we get another rider. So if you guys want to stick around for that, me and Johnny will be talking about your favorite Super Sentai and Henshin shows. And
then
where
what
can
we have after that?
Oh, we also have the Superhero News Network where we're going to be going deep. We're going to go and talk about Captain Marvel. Have you seen it yet?
No, unfortunately I haven't, and that's actually why I probably won't be on this one. But it's okay because it does work out with, Women's International Women's Day or weekend.
It does.
And since I won't be there, it will be Miggy as well as Tatiana
yeah.
talking about Captain Marvel. Now they both saw it, so unfortunately I'm jealous.
And then and we also have our last show of the night will be Box Office Showdown. Well, they'll be debating whether or not it is a good idea to have female reboots of OG films.
Ooh,
so that's gonna be
that's gonna be some heat and some fighting. Oh
so you
my
guys,
God.
Stick around. It's TGIS. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. That's the Ranger Wrap Up. I'm Jezzer. This is Daniel, and we will be back for the Ranger Wrap Up next week. Or you'll be back
I'll be back tomorrow for Retro Ranger Wrap Up.
Yes. So you guys,
once again, TGIS. So stick around. Keep your stuff tuned to YouTube here. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to keep up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.